Hello, everybody. My name is Thomas Vose. I'm the director here at the Ruth Enloe Library of Garrett County, and this is National Library Week this week. So, over the course of the week, I wanted to share a few of my favorite books that have been kind of formative for me over the years, and maybe some of the folks out there might like to see some of them too. So, today I brought A Short History of Nearly Everything by Bill Bryson. Now, I fell in love with Bill Bryson's stuff because I love history, and I'm sure there's a lot of folks out there who do too. But Bryson's the kind of guy who gets fascinated by the history behind things. Why are things the way they are? So he's written a lot of works. I have particularly like At Home, A History of Private Life, and he recently did one called The Body, which talks about parts of the body and all sorts of fun trivia and interesting facts about that. But this one is kind of the history of science and how we grew to know the things that we know. And so I figured I'd read a little bit of it here to you today, so to give you an idea what it's all about. This chapter is called Bang. People knew for a long time that there was something odd about the earth beneath Manson, Iowa. In 1912, a man drilling a well for the town water supply reported bringing up a lot of strangely deformed rock, crystalline clast breccia with a melt matrix, and overturned ejectoflat, as it was later described in an official report. The water was odd, too. It was almost as soft as rainwater. Naturally occurring soft water had never been found in Iowa before. Though Manson's strange rocks and silken waters were matters of curiosity, 41 years would pass before a team from the University of Iowa got around to making a trip to the community. Then, as now, a town of about 2,000 people in the northwest part of the state. In 1953, after sinking a series of experimental bores, university geologists agreed that the site was indeed anomalous and attributed the deformed rocks to some ancient, unspecified volcanic action. This was in keeping with the wisdom of the day, but it was also about as wrong as a geological conclusion can get. The trauma to Manson's geology had come not from within the Earth, but from at least 100 million miles beyond. Sometime in the very ancient past, when Manson stood on the edge of a shallow sea, a rock about 1.5 miles across, weighing 10 billion tons, and traveling at perhaps 200 times the speed of sound, ripped through the atmosphere and punched into the earth with a violence and suddenness that we can scarcely imagine. Where Manson now stands became in an instant a hole 3 miles deep and more than 20 miles across. The limestone that elsewhere gives Iowa its hard, mineralized water was obliterated and replaced by the shocked basement rocks that so puzzled the water driller in 1912. The Manson impact was the biggest thing that has ever occurred on the mainland United States, of any type, ever. The crater it left behind was so colossal that if you stood on one edge, you would only just be able to see the other side on a good day. It would make the Grand Canyon look quaint and trifling. Unfortunately for lovers of spectacle, 2.5 million years of passing ice sheets filled the Manson crater right to the top with rich glacial till, then graded it smooth. So today, the landscape at Manson, and for miles around, is as flat as a tabletop, which of course is why no one has ever heard of the Manson Crater. At the library in Manson, they are delighted to show you a collection of newspaper articles and a box of core samples from a 1991 to 92 drilling program. Indeed, they positively bustle to produce them, but you have to ask to see them. Nothing permanent is on display, and nowhere in town is there any historical marker. So I hope that gives you kind of a sense of why I like Bill Bryson so much. He's just so endlessly fascinated with the world and the cool things in it. And if you like Bill Bryson and are looking for something else, I highly recommend James Burke. He wrote a series called Connections, and he actually made a TV series based on it too. But he talks about the connections that are found. They're not always obvious, but are found between different things in the world, like the connections between the atom bomb and the internet and whatever random stuff you can think of. And it's just cool to think about all the stuff out there that we just plain don't know about. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and keep an eye out for the rest of the week. We'll have some more available for you. And if anybody's interested in submitting their own videos, please do. I'd love to hear about them. Thank you very much.